English literature. Topic 80 marks mock test. Literature in English. English PAPER 2. Maximum marks 80. Time allowed 2 hours. Answers to this paper must be written on the paper provided separately. You will not be allowed to write during the first 15 minutes. This time is to be spent in reading the question paper. The time given at the head of this paper is the time allowed for writing the answers. The paper has 4 sections. Section A is compulsory. All questions in Section A must be answered. You must attempt one question from each of the sections B, C and D and one other question from any section of your choice. The intended marks for questions or parts of questions are given in brackets. Instruction for the supervising examiner. Kindly read aloud the instructions given above to all the candidates present in the examination hall. Section A. Attempt all questions from this section. Question 1. Choose the correct answers to the questions from the given options. 16. Do not copy the question, write the correct answers only. 1. What is the main reason Antony gives in Act 3, Scene 2, for why Caesar should not have been killed? I. Caesar was a dictator. E. Caesar was ambitious. E. Caesar loved Rome and its people. IV. Caesar was too powerful. 2. In Act 4, Scene 1, where does the scene take place? I. The Senate. E. Antony's house. E. The conspirators' camp. IV. Caesar's palace. 3. How does Portia, Brutus' wife, kill herself? I. Slitting her wrists. E. Swallowing fire. E. Taking poison. IV. Impaling herself. 4. Who asks permission to speak at Caesar's funeral? I. Brutus. E. Antony. E. Cassius. IV. Octavius. 5. What are Caesar's last words before dying? I. The Ides of March. O, the Ides of March. E. Et tu, Brute. E. Rome, O my Rome. IV. O God, forgive these traitors. 6. What does Caesar say he is as constant as just before he is stabbed in the Senate house? I. The North Star. E. The gods. E. A faithful wife. IV. The rivers flowing to the ocean. 7. In the story, the photographer, the narrator was asked to wait for I. 1 hour. E. 2 hours. E. 3 hours. IV. 4 hours. 8. Martin said, it wasn't possible. What was it that Martin felt like a nightmare? I. Being trapped in the elevator. E. Using the stairs to reach 17th floor. E. Seeing then lady for the second time in the elevator. IV. None of the above. 9. Name the figure of speech in the following line. She carried the gleaming cup on her back, like they do with the babies, and other very precious things. I. Metaphor. E. Irony. E. Simile. IV. Alliteration. 10. Adoja's mommy is I. Dominating. E. Orthodox. E. Humble and helpless. IV. Conservative. 11. How was Meade's house different from the other citizens? I. It was brightly lit. E. It was like an outdated cottage. E. It was totally cut off from the outside world. IV. None of the above. 12. Name the figure of speech in the following line. Besides, the whole school seemed so strong and solemn. I. Metaphor. E. Irony. E. Simile. IV. Alliteration. 13. Who are referred to as the owners and occupants of earlier dates. A. Ghosts. B. Strangers. C. Landlords. D. Ancestors. 14. Why did King Francis say that, we're better here than there? A. They were at a safe distance from the ferocious fight in the pit. B. They were enjoying the game rather than fighting out. C. They did not have to enter the arena to pick up the lady's glove. D. None of the above. 15. Which of the following lines contains the same literary device as the one in the title, When Great Trees Fall? A. Were gathered there for vengeance, and I knew that if I dipped my hand the spawn would clutch it. B. The woods decay and fall. The vapors weep their burden to the ground. C. Admit impediments. Love is not love which alters when it alteration finds, or bends with the remover to remove. D. In small towns by the river we all want to walk with the gods. 16. Choose the correct answers to the questions from the given options. You catch his strain on hill and plain. What is referred to as his strain? A. The people like Bhishma. B. The singers like Bhishma. C. Bhishma Lochan singing. D. None of the above. Section B. Answer one or more questions from this section. Drama. Julius Caesar by William Shakespeare. Question 2. Read the extract given below and answer the questions that follow. Messala. O hateful error, melancholy's child! Why dost thou show to the act thoughts of men? The things that are not. I. To whom does Messala say these words? When? Where? 3. 2. What was the error that was committed? By whom? 3. 3. For what reason was the error committed? 3. IV. Explain, melancholy's child, and the thing that are not. Why do the words error and melancholy begin with capital letters? 4. V. What is revealed of Messala's character through these words? 3. Question 3. Read the extracts given below and answer the questions that follow. Brutus. As Caesar loved me, I weep for him. As he was fortunate, I rejoice at it. As he was valiant, I honor him. But as he was ambitious, I slew him. There is tears for his love, joy for his fortune, honor for his valor, and death for his ambition. Who is here so base, that would be a bondman? If any, speak, for him I have offended. Who is here so rude, that would not be a Roman? If any, speak, for him I have offended. Who is here so vile, that will not love his country? If any, speak, for him I have offended. I pause for a reply. I. To whom does Brutus speak these words? When? Where? Why? 4. 2. What is the situation at this time? Describe briefly. 3. 3. What reasons does he give for killing Caesar? Were his motives genuine? 3. IV. What are the main characteristics of his speech? What does it reveal about him? 3. V. What is the reaction of the people to his speech? Why? 3. Section C. Answer one or more questions from this section. Prose short stories. Treasure Trove, a collection of ICSE poems and short stories. Question 4. Read the extracts given below and answer the questions that follow. I have always wanted to tell them not to worry. I mean Nana and my mother. It did not have to be an issue for my two favorite people to fight over. I didn't want to be told not to repeat it or for it to be considered so funny that anyone would laugh at me until they cried. After all, they were my legs when I think back on it now. Those two, Nana and my mother, must have been discussing my legs from the day I was born. What I am sure of is that when I came out of the land of sweet, soft silence into the world of noise and comprehension, the first topic I met was my legs. A. Why does the narrator want to tell her grandmother and mother not to worry? What does it suggest about the narrator? 3. B. Who are the narrator's two favorite people? What are their views on the issue? 3. C. Who are they who would laugh at her and why? 3. D. Why does the narrator feel that her grandmother and mother would have been discussing her legs ever since she was born? What does it suggest about the two women? 4. A. Which figure of speech is used in the last two lines of the extract? Explain briefly the meaning of these lines. 3. Question 5. Read the extracts given below and answer the questions that follow. Read the extract given below and answer the questions that follow. Then, from one thing to another, M. Hamel went on to talk of the French language, saying that it was the most beautiful language in the world, the clearest, the most logical, that we must guard it among us and never forget it, because when a people are enslaved, As long as they hold fast to their language, it is as if they had the key to their prison. Then he opened a grammar and read us our lesson. I was amazed to see how well I understood it. All he said seemed so easy, so easy. I think, too, that I had never listened so carefully, and that he had never explained everything with so much patience. What does M. Hamel say about the French language? E. What happens to people when they do not learn their language? How does the language act as a key to prison of the enslaved? E. Why did Franz feel that he was able to clearly understand the last lesson taught by M. Hamel quite easily? Why could he not understand it earlier? IV. Why did M. Hamel put extra effort to teach the students in his last class? V. Explain briefly how was M. Hamel a patriot who wanted to instill among his students the love for their language and respect for their country. Section D. Answer one or more questions from this section. Poetry. Treasure Trove, a collection of ICSE poems and short stories. Question 6. Read the extract given below and answer the questions that follow. She dropped her glove to prove his love, then looked at him and smiled. He bowed, and in a moment leaped among the lions wild. The leap was quick, return was quick, he has regained his place, then threw the glove, but not with love, right in the lady's face. By God, said Francis, rightly done. And he rose from where he sat. No love, quoth he, but vanity, sets love a task like that. Who is she, referred to in this extract? Where did she drop her glove? Why did she do it? 3. Why did she look at him and smiled? What does it reveal about her? 3. How did the lodge react to her smile? What forced him to do so? 4. How did the lodge come back from the pit unharmed? How did he react after coming back? How did King Francis react to it? 3. Explain briefly the theme of the poem. 3. Question 7. Read the extract given below and answer the questions that follow. Again we cry, we're gonna die, oh won't you stop your singing? But Bhishma sought beyond our reach, how shall we plead and grumble? The welkin weeps to hear his screech, and mighty mansions stumble. Who are we? Why have they do plead repeatedly with Bhishma to stop singing? 3. Who are badly affected by Bhishma singing? 3. What is personified in this extract? What is the purpose? 4. In what way are you affected when you read about the fate of humans, animals and even non-living things impacted by unpleasant voice of the singer? 3. Who ultimately stops Bhishma from singing and how? 3.